Well, humanitarian and citizen journalist Mansour Shuman joins us live now from Kuala Lumpur, and he documented Israel's war on Gaza from the Nasser Hospital. Mansour, it's a pleasure to have you on the show. Does any of this heavy-worded international condemnation that we're seeing now on these latest attacks on Nasser Hospital have any impact at all?
So first of all, my sincerest condolences to journalism around the world. Right now, you have 250 killed in Gaza just for trying to get the word out about what is happening on the ground. Most of them citizen journalists, most of them people with phones trying to show the world what's happening on the ground, risking everything that they have. I was with them in Nasser Hospital for the first 6 months of this genocide. I used to go up on the same stairs that they've been trying to get internet from, trying to do their lives, trying to connect their eSIMs in order to be in touch with the outside world, to let them know about what's happening on the ground. And let's get the facts straight. The only reason Israel is addressing this is because they were caught red-handed on live camera. This is happening every day all around Gaza, targeting innocent civilians, people that we've all seen what happened in the north with reporters from another TV channel and this on live television. Again, these stairs of Nasser Hospital, this is where the work gets done in the south of Gaza. This elevated area of Khan Yunis is where we were able to get with our eSIMs of internet connection in order to let the world what is happening on the ground. Again, it's very important that these people be remembered for the work that they did. We continue to share their photos, their videos, their documentaries. These aren't just numbers. These are people who sacrificed their lives in order to let the world know what is happening on the ground.
It's really interesting that you paint that very vivid picture for us, that the steps of the hospital was literally where journalists or citizen journalists like yourselves could get that connection so that they could, of course, report on this war. I mean, for you, how important has social media been in all of this as well?
I think social media is what changed the game. Before, Israel was launching several wars against Gaza. In general, it seems that they controlled mainstream narrative and mainstream broadcasting stations around the world. People in Gaza weren't able to let the world know what's happening. However, during this genocide, and because of the use by billions of people around the world, especially the youngsters of different social media apps, I think this has changed the game. Despite them trying to close accounts, filter content, I think that social media was what broke all the rules. And I think it's something that took this Zionist administration by surprise. They didn't expect the youngsters of this world, the children in the schools, the university students, the young political influencers around the world, people who used to just joke and dance and twerk on TikTok or Instagram, they're now saying free Palestine. They're now trying to understand what's keeping the people in Gaza steadfast despite everything being thrown at them. I just want to add one more thing as well. I mean, I'm learning from our brothers and sisters on the ground in Nasser Hospital that are trying to cover the news. It seems that some of the international broadcasting stations, they are disregarding their direct connection with many of these journalists who have been martyred today, saying that they are contractors and that they are not part of their broadcasting agencies. I mean, this is very hypocritical of some of these international stations that have used material from these journalists on the ground. We need media like TRT, like Al Jazeera, like other reputable agencies around the world to respect and continue to hold the memory of these people correctly, and to make sure that the families of these journalists are taken care of after their loved ones have passed away. Again, these are not numbers. These are lives. These are people who have made history. And these are people that have contributed one step towards a free Palestine.
So for you, I mean, how could the rest of the world help to honour those journalists and citizen journalists who have been killed and who continue to do their job on the ground in Gaza? I mean, what can the world do beyond international condemnation and words?
So I think it's been 2 years since the start of the genocide. Words are important, but we need more action. So one of the reasons I'm here in Kuala Lumpur is to help with the launch of the flotilla that we have several dozens of aid ships that are sailing from this part of the world, from Spain, from Tunisia, and we'll try to break the aid blockade that is being forced against 2 million hungry civilians in Gaza. I think that this will be the biggest set of ships carrying aid with very high-level politicians, human aid workers, and people from all sorts of from all cultures, from all creeds, from all races, all religions, of all skin colors. I think that this will definitely add towards helping towards breaking the siege on Gaza. I think that the countries around Gaza have a big responsibility in order to ensure that the civilians of Gaza get the aid that they need. We need to make sure we continue to up the pressure against the countries that are beside Gaza. We need to make sure that we continue to alienate the US government with the policies that they are undertaking. And we also need to make sure that we continue to boycott, we continue to divest, we continue to sanction any Zionist corporations, any corporations that are supporting the Zionists, because every dollar that we pay becomes a bullet in the heart of one of these journalists or one of these civilians. There is a lot that we can do, and freedom does not come easy. Freedom does not come cheap. We've seen it in Vietnam, we've seen it in South Africa, we've seen it in Afghanistan, we've seen it in many countries around the world over many centuries. Yes, it takes a lot of sweat, a lot of blood. But right now, the people of Palestine aren't resisting on their own. They have billions of people around the world. And I think that their enemy has shown their true faces after trying to paint a nice face to the world for over a century right now.
Okay, Mansour Shuman, we're going to have to leave it there, but thank